Okay, let's start. See, in this demo session, actually this is a demo 2. Okay, yesterday actually I had given the demo in the introduction about the data engineering, how the data engineering roles and responsibilities will be there, and how that data engineering work is evaluated from that our on-prem to cloud. In the cloud, how that is evaluated to the Fabric usages. This is what actually we were discussing that our yesterday session. But today, I'm going to show you that one on hands-on part actually. See this one. Just a minute. I will check that one. Here. Yeah. Right. See. So the hands-on part actually, I'm going to show you. The hands-on I'm going to show you using two ways. Already in the current market, how they are using ETL, using that existing Azure resources. This is one of the scenario I'm going to show you. And then the same scenario, how we can do it using that Fabric. Just for the comparison purpose, actually, I'm going to show you. What is the scenario? See, in the Azure, first I'm going to create one database. Inside of the Azure, I'm going to create that one database. I'm going to have some sample data table inside of this database. And then I'm going to create that one storage. The storage, I'm going to create the data lake storage, ADLS, Azure Data Lake Storage. This is the one, Azure SQL DB. My requirement, the table data, whatever I'm having in my database, that table data, I want to copy from this SQL DB to ADLS in the CSV file format. I want to store it like a CSV file format. This is my requirement. If you want to get the data from one place to another place, yesterday we were discussed, actually, you have to use that one, at least one pipeline. Actually, you have to develop it. Pipeline you have to develop. The pipeline here, what I'm going to use it, I'm going to use that ADF. I'm going to use that ADF, the ETL. See, ADF, I'm going to use it. ADF. Right? See, for this requirement in the Azure, you have to use minimum 3 resources. You have to use that minimum 3 resources because database is one separate resource and data lake storage is one separate resource and ADF is one separate resource. Each one is a separate resource. You have to create it and then use it. But the same thing if you're using in the Fabric, right? If you're going to use this same logic means everything going to be in one environment. The database, you will have it inside of this one. The database, you will have it inside of this one. The database, it will be inside of this your Fabric. The storage environment. Here it is called the Lakers. Your table details. Your pipeline details. Pipeline, everything it is available inside of this one environment. So in this, the current cloud, nowadays actually companies are developing, this is the way. But from this way to this way, they are migrating because all these features are available in one environment as an integrated tool. Okay, that's the reason actually nowadays companies, they are moving from this type of development method to and one tool. Using one tool, they are going to develop. So we are going to learn this Fabric data engineering. Here, whatever it is available, the ADF, that feature, it's available here in the name of pipeline. Whatever the storage available in the name of data lake storage, that storage it's available here in the name of Lakehouse. Whatever the database features are available in the Azure, that one is here, it is available in the name of Firehouse. Okay, so just for your understanding purpose, I'm going to show you. So on both the environment, like how that tools are going to be used for this type of requirement. If it is coming as a requirement means, so how they are going to use these tools for the development purpose. Okay, this is the one I'm going to show you. See here, I have that I'll share. Now I will share my screen again. I will share that. Just confirm me the Google window is visible or not. So can you confirm whether you're able to see that my Google window? It's okay. See here. So first I'll show you that one, how the data engineers are developing using that your ADF pipeline. See here. So I'm going to log in into that my account. See, you don't worry about that on whatever I'm going to create it. Actually, you don't have any experience, so no problem. Just I'm going to show you that one, the tool, how it is using in the Azure platform. Okay. So in the regular session, actually, you will get to know that one, how to use that one, Fabric, everything. So just listen that one, actually, how this tools are using for the development purpose. That's the thing only, just I'm going to show you. So here, what I'm going to do, as I told, I am going to create that my database, the Azure SQL database. I have to create this one. So the Azure SQL database. So create the database. So apply offer. I don't have any resource group, so I want to create that one resource group. Because if we are working as an Azure data engineer means everything should be created under the resource group. If you're working as an Azure data engineer, right? So here I need one database and server. So the server I'm going to create admin credentials. I'm going to use this one and password. Okay, click OK. See, database, then networking, public endpoint. These are setups I needed, so I'm creating. Then security, nothing to do it. Leave it as it is. Additional settings, leave it as it is. I'm going to create my own table. Sample table I'm going to create. Okay. Database, actually, database creation, it is in progress. Still, it is in progress. It will take some time. Meanwhile, I'll open another tab because I told you, right? So the Azure SQL database you are going to create and data lake storage you are going to create. Okay, so here parallelly, I'm going to create that lake storage. So this one. So the storage account I'm going to create. So click the create. And I'm going to create the data lake storage and local. This is the one is enough. Enable hierarchy in space. Okay. And review plus create. Click the create. See here, database still it is in progress and storage account creation still it is in progress. Then one more we need. What is that one? This is the one. The ADF we need. The ADF we have to create. So parallelly, I'll open another tab. So here, data factory, Azure data factory. Click the create under the same resource. So here the ADF demo, then review plus create. Something is missing. Let's see, what is that one? So ADF demo, somebody using. So ADF demo, CO. This is also somebody using. Click create and select the resource group and ADF demo 1, demo 2. All the name. Yeah, this is one available. The ADF demo server is available. Yeah. So here, click the review plus create and click the. So people are creating the dummy name, but they are not deleting. That's the reason actually this is thing happening. If it is if it is that free trial version means then it will be deleted permanently automatically after 30 days period. But if you are having that pay as you go means then they will charge every month if you are not deleting. Whatever it is, because for keeping that one some amount, the minimum amount they will charge. If you are running, so the cost it will be high, bit high. But if you're not running anything and if you're keeping the some resources means because of the maintaining the resources, they will charge something. Yeah, here my database is ready. My storage environment is ready. The storage environment actually here containers nothing more, just like folder. The folder. Okay, so I'm going to create that one container. The container actually, so I'm going to create that one, the global container. The global container. This is going to be that my target environment. And here, the query editor window, just I'll open it. I want to create my tables, some tables actually I want to create. Okay, so here, sorry. And password. See, here I'm going to create some sample table, basic table. This is enough for me. Customer table I'm going to create. Customer ID. This is going to be integer. Customer name. This is going to be that varchar. Okay, and customer location. This is also going to be varchar. Right. So here. Here and CNAME, C location. This is the one extra. And yeah, I'm going to insert some records into this table. Insert into customer values. So what is the ID? Customer name. Customer name. So location. Customer location. Okay. And that second customer and his location and third customer here and his location, right? Just I'm preparing my source data, preparing my source, run it, affected 3 rows. We can confirm it. Select star from cost. Simple one. Yeah. Table is there. The table is there, right? So I'm going to create one more table, employee. The employee ID. Okay. So employee name. So employee location, something like this one. Just I'm going to create. And so here, the employee table. So employee information, employee name. So here, Kevin. Okay. So Lokesh. Okay. John. Right. 3 employees. Then employee. Yes. Run it. Yeah. Now I'm having 2 tables. So the table details, you can see it here. The customer table is available. Employee table is available. So what is it our scenario? What is our requirement? So source going to have that some of the business tables. The tables actually we have to copy into that our ADLS environment. The ADLS environment actually we have to store it like a CSV file format. For the purpose, we have to create that pipeline. So data ingestion, how we are going to do? Using the ADF. Yes, the source is ready. Data lake storage. Data lake storage also ready. Instead of this one, I'm going to store that one. Right? Now, pipeline we have to develop. Pipeline we have to develop. So this is my data factory. Launch the studio. See, first I have to create some required components like a connectivity. So because this is that one resource and this is one resource. Okay, so we are having different resources. We are having different resources. So the resource actually, whatever you are going to use that one, that resource should be connect using your pipeline. But how? We have to create the connectivity. How we can create the connectivity? The connectivity actually in the data factory, I'm going to create in the manage tab. I have that one feature is called link service. That link service I'm going to create for my storage account for the SQL. Because Azure SQL is one of my storage environment. So I need to create that one Azure SQL DB. See, I'm creating link service. Link service for what? Link service for connection purpose. Connection. So the link service now I'm creating for what? For my database. So using my subscription to my database server, to my database, and authentication, SQL authentication. What is the username? The username, I'm going to use that one, admin Siva. Password we have to provide. The password, what you gave when you are creating that password, actually have to create, you have to provide. You can click this test connection. If your username and password, everything is right, means then it will give that connection successful. Yes, connection successful. Just I'm creating the connection. Link service created. The link service for what? Link service for connecting your database from the ADF. Now this connection ready. This connection ready. Then what? The same one we have to connect with our storage. What is it? Our storage, target environment, data lake storage. Then for that one, we need to create that one. So here the data lake storage, this is called data lake storage. So data lake storage and give the name. So some meaningful name and everything as it is, just leave it now. The storage account name, this is the one. Then what? Click this one, connect. Connection successful. Yeah. I have that another connection for my this environment. See? So now what I can do it? I can develop the pipeline. I can develop the pipeline. Okay. So how I can develop the pipeline? So for the pipeline development here, I have to create the pipeline. Simple. See here. Just I'm going to take this copy activity. Here, I'm having multiple tables. So what I want to do, I want to read. Okay, what I'm going to do in my database. So I'm going to create that one more table. Create table. Config table I'm going to create. Config table is nothing but usually in the config table we will use it that one to refer the number of tables. Okay, so table config. The table config. And here, so table ID going to be integer and schema. Okay, table schema. Schema going to be that one varchar. Usually database, if you're having means the database tables, it will be available under the schema only. And then table name. Table name, just I'm going to have it like this one. Varchar here. So click this run. Click this run. So insert into table config values of the DBO, the default DBO, schema, always it will be DBO. And what is that our table name? One table name is cust. And second one, it is also going to be DBO schema and table name is employee. We can have that few more columns like active table or not, something like that one. But I don't want to get into very deep level now itself. Some high level, just I need one source. That's it. Select star from. See here, this is one going to have that my table data is. Yeah. Now I'm going to develop the pipeline. See here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use that one lookup activity. The lookup activity, I'm going to use it. The lookup activity here. Yeah, one more thing I need to create data set. I need to create data set is to represent that your tables and files. Azure SQL database. Here, data set. So Azure SQL DB. This is the one. Yeah, something parameters I'm going to create. See, whatever I'm creating, if you don't know means no problem. Okay, just listen it what I'm doing. Okay, because you don't know anything. That's what you're so going to learn it. Okay, but now I'm showing you what are the features are available inside of the Azure environment and how that developers are going to develop everything. Just graphically, I'm showing you. Okay, the same thing in the Fabric environment, you are going to learn it. Okay, so how that Fabric environment going to be have this type of features? Everything actually you are going to learn it actually. But now I'm showing by comparing both the things, the Azure as well as the Fabric. Okay, now I'm showing you in the Azure environment. Now, after completing this one, I will show you in the Fabric the same thing how we are going to do it. Okay, so schema name. Okay, and table name. In the connection, just I'm going to assign my variables, schema and table. That's it. And one more I need to create. This is for that my file format. So CSV file format, so I'm going to use it. So here, ADLS CSV. The file format. Okay. Here, container name. Folder path. Folder path. In the connection, the file system, container name, the directories, you can mention that your folder path. That's it. That's it. Now come to the pipeline. So here, the lookup SQL. What is that your schema name? What is that your table name? Table config. That's it. I want to read all the records. See here. This is a tool I'm using to read the data from that my database table. This is called activity. So the ADF, I'm using one of the activity. The activity name is called a lookup activity. The lookup activity, actually, I'm going to use it for reading the data from that my database table. Physically, I'm showing you, see here, I'm showing here. See here, it is reading that table data. The same one, I'm able to do it using this tool. See here, it is running now. It will take some time to connect with that your database environment. Now it is connected and succeeded. See the output. You can see that count number 2. What are the records we are having? 2 records. What are those records? The table ID 1, table schema name DBO, table name customer. Yeah. Table ID 2, table schema name DBO, table name. Yeah. I'm able to read it now. So the lookup activity is one of the activity which we can use it for read the data from that your table or files. Now I'm using for reading the data from that my table. Right? Yeah, I read it. Then what I want to do? Actually, what is my requirement? I want to copy all the tables from this table to from this database to data lake storage environment. That is my requirement. So how many records, how many tables we are having? More than one table. Then what I want to do? I want to do some looping process. So logic we have to think. So I'm going to do the looping process. For the looping, here we are having the one of the activities called for each activity. The for each going to process based on the input what we are going to get it from that my lookup activity. This is my lookup activity. The lookup activity output, I'm going to get it as an input for my for each activity. Instead of the for each activity, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have the copy activity. That's it. Copy activity, what it is going to do? It is going to copy the table. From where? Actually, I'm going to use some dynamic logic. Again, I'm telling you, don't worry about these things. Because inside of the for loop, I'm going to get that values dynamically. Get that values dynamically. What are the column names I have used it? So here, the table schema, this is the one I want to use it. It's taking some time. Yeah, okay. So here, the schema name, and here, the current item, whatever it is coming. Why I'm using this one, I'll show you why I'm using this one. So from where I'm getting these values. Actually, see here, I've shown you the output of this lookup activity, right? The lookup activity output. See here, what is the lookup activity output? See here, what is the output? It is having value. Output having value. This is the one I'm using as an input for the for each. Input for the for each. See here, what I have mentioned, output dot value. That activity output input. Okay, instead of the activity, what I'm doing, I'm copying. What I'm copying from the source to target, I'm going to copy. What is the source? Source, actually, how many records we are having? How many records we are having? 2 records. First looping time, this will take it. Second looping time, this will take it. So at the time, this one, I want to get this one. This value, I want to get it as a schema value, DBO, as a table name value customer. Second looping time, DBO as a schema value, employee as a table name. It should be taken dynamically. So that's the reason here, what I'm using, dynamic something I'm passing. See here, item.table schema. Current looping time, what value, what record is processing, that record schema name, it will be assigned here. That means DBO. First time, DBO, the table name, cust, it will copy. Then second looping time, for loop, for each, it's the for loop concept. For each is nothing but it's a for loop concept. It will loop until the end of the record. Automatically, it will stop it after the end of the record completion. That's a for each concept. So second looping time. So it will have that DBO and table name, it will have that EMP. So the looping for each will take care of that one. And the source, this part will take care of that one. What is the sink? Sink is nothing but your target. Where we have to store the data? We have to store the data into the ADLS. Then ADLS link service already we have created. Dataset we have created. The dataset, this is the one. And where I'm going to store it? Where I'm going to store it? Actually, here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to mention that my container name. I have created my container in the name of global. Global. Instead of the global, what I want to store. So here, what I want to store. Actually, I want to store instead of that one folder, the folder name, what you can mention it. You can mention that name actually in the table name, whatever you want to have it. So here, the table name, whatever it is coming, or else replace. Replace of item dot, replace of item dot, what is that one? Table name, right? This is the one. Okay. So here, okay. Nothing. Table name, it is going to be like that on table name. So actual, then I don't want to do it anything. Directly I can use that one. Item dot table name. Item dot table name. Okay. And I want to write it like a CSV file. That's it. See here, click the run. The debug button actually, so you can use it for running that your pipeline. The debug option, you can use it for running that your pipeline. You can make you can mark it like inactive, and then you can run it whatever you want to run it alone. Inactive feature is available, so which you don't want to run it, those activities you can make it like inactive. So that means deactivation, and then you can run it that one alone, or partial run is possible. Partial run, so 50, so first to middle of the pipe activity. So here, click the refresh. See here, one folder is created in the name of cust. Inside of this one, I'm having that one file cust.csv. See here, the cust.csv, you can see the data. See that cust table record. The cust table record. So this is the one we are having, the cust table. That table data, now we are having the CSV file format. The CSV file format. See here, and employee table, employee folder. So employee table data available inside of the employee folder. See here, the John, Lokesh, Kavin, all the records are available, right? So yeah, this is the way the data ingestions are so happening in the Azure platform. But we have created blob storage, we have a data lake storage, we have created the database, we have created that our data factory. Then each one is a separate resources. So separate resources. Okay, each one is a separate resources. But the same thing, if you want to do it in that Fabric, this is a Fabric environment. This is a Fabric. Fabric is totally separate environment. Why? Because I told you, right? The Fabric is nothing but Fabric. Actually, it's a SaaS product. Fabric, it's a SaaS. Microsoft Fabric, SaaS, software as a solution. So it's one product. Instead of the product, you are having all the features that data ingestion feature, data science feature, data engineering features, data analytics features, and live stream data process. Everything actually you can do it within that one environment. So here, if you want to do it, means first you have to create the workspace. First you have to create the workspace. So here already I have created that one workspace. Already I have created the one workspace. The workspace is available here. Okay, so this workspace. So what I'm having. The bronze. I'll create everything new. Okay. So I'm going to delete this one. Yeah, delete. Here. Then this is the one. Delete it. Okay. Now this workspace also I'm going to delete. See, now whatever we have done it, the same thing we are going to do it, but in a different environment. The workspace. So I'm going to create the new workspace. New workspace. You create this one. In the Azure, whatever you have developed, everything actually you have to create instead of a resource group. But in the Fabric, Everything you have to create inside of that your workspace. This is a major difference. First one. Okay. My workspace. My workspace. My demo workspace. Simple name. I use it. Click the apply. Click the apply here. See here. Some of the item I'm going to create. Same way. We need database. We need lake storage. We need pipeline, right? First, I'm going to create the variables. Variables, nothing but in the Azure, the SQL database, what purpose you have created, the same purpose. Here, I'm creating this variables, the table creation, table data, okay? The table data. So, but everything going to be inside of this tool, that Fabric tool. Access one placed one item to here. Everything it will be called item. In the Azure, everything will be called resource. Here, everything will be called item. And click this one. I'm going to create the table. Create table. All queries are available here, right? Then query will take it. Okay, so this is the employee table. The employee table. We will showing error. So table is created. Customer table. Customer ID. Yeah. This is a demo. This is a demo session. So here insert into customer values, some customer name we are going to insert. The same type of customers we are going to have it here. Okay. So here, then here. Yeah. So create the customer table, insert the record into the customer table, and select the customer table. Yeah. I'm having my table, the business table. So customer and our employee table is available. And table config table also I'm going to create. The table config table is nothing but this is going to have that your table details. What are the business tables you are using? The business tables actually we are having here. Okay. And here, yes, now. Okay, variables is ready. So that means this is the one is ready in the Fabric. Instead of the Fabric, your database related things are ready. This is the one we are going to use as our source. Next new item. I'm going to create the lakehouse. The lakehouse here, usually I'm going to create a name of bronze. So I'll tell you the details about that Medallion architecture in the later session. At that time, we will use this word bronze, silver, gold, those type of things. Actually, we will use it. What is that one? So in the real-time environment, we are following that type of Medallion architecture. Okay, lakehouse is ready. That's it. Now this is the one is enough. And come again. I'm going to create new item. Now what I'm going to create, this is the one, the pipeline. The pipeline I'm going to create. Okay. The pipeline. So here, the pipeline data ingestion purpose, I'm going to use this one. You can give the name. Kumar, why you keep on unmuting yourself? If you have any questions, you can unmute and then you can ask the questions. Otherwise, you can keep them mute yourself. Okay. Fine. Now this is the one is ready here. I'm going to take that activity, same type of activities here. I'm going to use it. So different activities available, but now I'll take this one. The same logic. I'm going to do it. And now, sorry. So settings, some connections, everything suppose existing available. I'm going to delete. Anything existing available? Yes. To delete, I don't want to make you confused. See here. Everything new one I will create. In the Azure, I shown you the link service creation, right? The same way here, I'm going to create some connectivity. That's called connection. So connection, the connection. So take it again, the lookup activity. The lookup activity. See here, the settings. Browse all. From where we are going to get the data? Actually, from where? From that our database environment, that Vargos environment. The Vargos environment. Wait a minute. I'll close this one. Yes. Come to home. Click the save. Okay, this one also I will delete it. Save. Okay. Now thing is there now. Nothing is there, just a blank. Fresh again, I'm going to take that lookup activity in the settings. So here, click the browser. Click the browser. So the browser, we have to click this one to choose that our source and target environments. So and here the sales Vargos I have created, right? The sales Vargos I have created as my source. Yeah, Vargos, this is the one sales and table name. If it is anything existing available, so that table actually you can select it here. So our table config table I want to select. Yeah. See here, run and save and run. Same thing I'm doing. Is there any differences are you seeing? Actually, the environment, it will be different. But functionality and features, everything is the same. Whatever I have shown you in that ADF, the same thing here it is available. But in the Azure, they were using those features as a separate resources. Each one is a separate resources. But later now they have integrated all and they have launched one new tool. That tool is called the Fabric. That's it. This is the things you are going to learn it. So altogether, it's available in one place within the environment, how to use it. That's the things actually you're going to use it. This is the one, if you already you're working as a Azure data engineer, then it will be very easy to learn for you. Or else if you don't have any experience in that, that's also fine. You are going to learn it everything from that very scratch level. Okay, why I'm comparing both the things means some people already might be working in this technology. That's the reason actually I'm showing you how it will be easy to adapt to this Fabric tool. Okay, that's the thing. That's the reason I'm comparing. But suppose if you are totally non-IT, totally new to this technology, don't worry about that one. So everything from the scratch level, you are going to learn it. Okay, since this is a demo session, I'm comparing without explaining very detailedly. Just I'm showing you the tool, how it is functioning. Okay, but why this is the one creating, why, what are the properties are available, or the properties, how to use that one, why you have to use that properties, all those things, everything. So you will get to know very detailedly in that our regular session. which is we are going to start from tomorrow. See here, now the output, yeah, the same output. But now by default, it is showing the first row only. I missed to select that property. First row only option I should be unchecked. Then it will read all the records from the table. It will read all the records from the table. See here. See here. Now we are having the same count to, yeah, the value, first record, second record, the same thing. So here, activities. So what I'm going to take it, for each activity, I'm going to take it. Yes. Nothing different. The same thing I'm going to do it here. The output of my lookup activity arrays, I want to take it as an input for my for each. That's it. Instead of this one, what I need that copy activity. That's it. Here, what is the source? Source, I'm going to take it from that my variables. My variables. So here, this is the one. Yeah, the table, enter manually. So here, same thing, you can do it. Item dot. So schema name. Schema name. Same way here. Item dot table name. And where you have to store it. I want to store that my data into that my Lakers environment. Into that my Lakers environment. Lakers also I have created in the name of Bronze. Bronze Lakers. The Bronze Lakers. So here I want to store it in the files. What is the directory? The directory name actually. So what I'm going to have it. So I'm going to have it like this one. Global. What I will do it. The concat I'm going to use it because the table name. How I'm going to have it for global. This is the folder name, the parent container name. Okay. And this is the one. Then comma. What is that one? My item dot tbl name. Item dot tbl name. Sorry. Item dot tbl name. What is the problem here? Yes, this is the problem here. tbl name. Okay. And now in the file name, here, file everything I want to write it like a CSV. Okay, everything I want to write like a CSV. I'm not going to mention any file name. Let's see what will be happen. So source I have mentioned and target also I have mentioned. And before that one, in the bronze, in the files, there are just I'm clicking refresh. So select these files. So nothing is there. Nothing is there. Okay. Now run this one. So here, yes, let's see what will be happen. So lookup is okay, but copying getting failed. Why? All are failed. So we have to check this one. Item dot schema name. So cannot be evaluated because property. Yes, CHE. So it might be the problem with that our names. See the dynamic name actually table schema. This is the one. We are having that name table schema, but what we are using here, the wrong name we are using. The wrong name we are using. So this is the one table schema. This is the one table name. Like this, actually, you have to validate yourself. It will show the error. You should understand what is this error. So all these things you will get to know. So when you're doing that proper hands-on. Okay. So let me rerun it again. Succeeded. It's in progress. So copy data. It's processing. It's in progress. See, copy data succeeded. Let's see here. I'll click this refresh. See here, the global. Inside of the global, what you're having, we are having customer table. Customer inside of the customer folder, what you're having, we are having that data file, CSV file. See, yes, I got the data. Employee. Yes, employee also I got the data. Yes, that's it. This is the way we are going to develop. Nothing different. But here you have to use that multiple resources. But here in the fabric, you have to use it in one tool using different items. All together, it's available in one environment. I told you in yesterday, everything actually, it is going to have that your storage environment. So that one common storage environment, that common storage environment here, it is called OneLake. Here it is called OneLake. Here, so if you're having the database means this is a different storage. If you're having the file means this is a different storage. Okay. If you're having this machine, that ADF means this is a different machine. Okay. So each one is a different tool, different machine like that one. But here it is not like that one. Everything going to be in one tool, but all the data, everything going to be stored in one common storage environment. That environment is called OneLake environment. Right? Yes. This is the one you are going to learn it very detailedly. So in this our regular session, so from the scratch level to advanced level, this is the course content. Actually, we are going to cover it. So from the very basic level, so whatever I have covered today, just you listen. Okay, you listen, just listen. Okay, but you don't know what I have done it, why I have done it. You don't know anything about that one. It is that my intention is just I want to show you that one. What is this tool? How this tool we can work it. Okay, once you learn this technology, the same way you are going to work. How I have done it, the same way you are going to work it. I know that properties of that each one, why and where and when we have to use it. All those things, I know that one. That's the reason I'm able to do it in this much level fast. But you don't know. So just you are watching. But once you learn those technology, you can also do it in the same way. Okay, so that is the thing you are going to learn it. And here we are going to cover that file format of data, how to handle it, and the database type of data, how to handle it, and on-premises if you're having business data, so how to handle that on-premises data, API data, how to handle that one, and how to develop that your pipeline for the different scheduling concepts, actually how we can handle it, and the transformation related things graphically, how we can do it without writing the code, how we can do it. That's the one we are going to learn it in the data flow, and how we are going to process that live data. Nowadays, actually live data process also important. So how we can process the live data, and the transformation logics, everything, how we can handle it, the Databricks concept, the Data Spark engine concept. We are going to learn it in this notebook and PySpark, and Delta Lake features. Actually, we are going to learn it. Finally, we are going to learn some advanced features in that Fabric concepts, and one project, end-to-end live project we are going to develop. Then we are going to discuss about that one interview perspective, how that interview it will be. So what are the expectation it will be for the Fabric, and Fabric actually it's a new technology. Okay, so just so last 1 or 1.5 years only companies have started to use that one. Nowadays, Fabric engineers actually less amount of people only available in the current market, and whether you have the experience or not, that's not a problem. But if you know this technology somewhat that intermediate level, like at least if you have that experience like 1+ years or 2+years or 3+years, it's okay. They are considering your profile. They're considering your profile. You can say that actually, so I was working in that another technology for last 5 years, but in this data factory, I'm working for the last over 1.5 years. They will consider a profile. Okay, so openings actually, so it's keep on increasing nowadays actually. So because now the companies are developing maximum of the developments actually, they are following this way. Everything actually, this is the one they are migrating from this format to this format. That's the reason. So a lot of openings are so growing so day by day. Okay, and this is the period. You know that one actually. This is usually the November December period. Usually it will be a market. It will be freezed actually. But actual opening it will be start from that mid of the February or beginning of the March. That time only the next market actually it will be open. So this time, what you can use it, you can use it for the learning purpose. At least our course duration, it will be that one, 2 months of time, 2 to 2.5 months, it will take that one. So during this time, if you properly, if you learn it and you can implement that one means, then when the market is getting opened in the end of the February, so you can so apply that your profile into the job market. So it will be more helpful that time. Okay. Yeah, this is about that our course actually. So this is the one we are going to learn in that our regular session. Now you can ask if you have any doubt on this one. Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. See how your application writing to that your Azure SQL database. Actually, that SQL database you are going to use that one your server details and then database schema details and then database name. You are going to sorry database name and then schema database schema. Everything you are going to have it right. The same way here. So that your workspace is available, you have that your separate tenant IDs will be available for your subscription, and using the tenant ID and using that your workspace that what is this one this warehouse directly you can access to that your application. The database concept, yes. Correct. Correct. So blob storage, actually blob storage and data lake storage you are using in the Azure platform. The blob storage you are using for images, videos format, data storage purpose, and data lake storage you are using for that your data flattened files for storage purpose like a CSV, JSON, for Parquet, those type of purpose you are using. But here, everything you are going to store it in that one environment that our Lakehouse environment. Yeah, please. Fabric data engineering. Actually, fabric data engineering, if you learned means, then actually, I don't know why you need that one Azure data engineering separately. But even if you need that Azure data engineering separately means, so now this is the way, whatever I'm going to teach you in that our fabric, everything actually you can use it in the Azure resources separately. You can yourself, you can do it. Yeah, this is what I also told you, right? Nowadays companies, everyone, they are using that one Azure. So Data Factory, Azure Databricks, those things only they are using. See, but they are going to migrate into this environment, the Fabric environment. Okay, so if they are going to migrate into the Fabric environment means you are not going to develop anything in the Data Factory. So everything you have to develop in the Fabric pipeline only. But suppose if they're asking to develop that anything in the Fabric pipeline, the ADF pipeline, you can do it because the same features only we are going to learn it in this our pipeline, which is available inside of the Fabric. You got it. Mhm. Fabric is the costly means actually it's a depends because Fabric having all the features. So the data engineering feature, data science feature, data analytics feature. If you are going to use that one, all the components, all the computes, if you are going to use it means, then it is going to be chargeable only. So high chargeable. The same thing if you want to do it in that Azure means the same related resources you are going to use it for the data engineering. You will use that one data factory, data bricks, and data science purpose, you will use that one, your AI studios, everything. And then data analytics purpose separately, you will use that one Power BI. See, calculate that one. So actually that will be high calculation, high cost. But those things, everything here, everything it's available in one environment. So so when you're comparing cost wise means the overall, this will be the less amount. Yes, yes, because I shown you that one concept, right? The notebooks and PySpark area. That is our so Databricks related thing. So when we are learning that Databricks, so we are going to use that one PySpark language. But for understanding the PySpark, we need that Python concept. So Python basic class will be there. Then only we will start that one PySpark. Everything actually we are going to learn a lot of things actually, right? So around so 50 to 60 hours totally we are going to learn it. So out of these hours that Python, PySpark, it will come like a 10 to 12 hours. Because we are not going to learn it Python learning. We are going to learn that one Fabric data engineering. So a lot of Fabric tools we have to learn it. Correct. Any other question? Any questions? Yeah. Mhm. See here, every scenario actually we are going to cover it in that real-time scenario basis only. Only the different real-time we are going to deal that one millions of records, but here we cannot handle that much amount of data during the training time, right? So sample data we are going to use it, but the concept is everything going to be that real-time scenario basis only, and live lab daily session. Now whatever I shown you in the today's session, actually this is a demo session. This is a demo part, so I gone through bit fast, okay, because I want to show you a lot of things actually. But the same way, so everything it will be explained very slowly, and each and every part why and what it will be explained properly. So the hands-on lab sessions only daily going to be there. It is not going to be a theoretical session. So everything in the lab session, but scenario wise, the live scenario, how that concepts are implementing. So actually, I'm developing that applications, pipelines. So what I'm developing, why I'm developing. So in that way, so live basis only it will be so explained. And the end of the time, one live project end to end, we will do it. Yeah. Once you properly learned these things, actually, so it is not in my hand, actually. I will cover the content, my content, actually, so it will give that knowledge like that one. So 3 to 4 years, if you're working as a data engineer, so what knowledge you will get it, that much level knowledge you will get it. But the same amount of knowledge, if you want to show during that interview time, means it's in your hand only. So how you are going to spend the time for the hands? That's the thing important, actually. Good. Good. Then it will be very easy to you, actually. So how long you are working in this Snowflake? Okay, what is your total experience? 10 years. So out of the 5, actually, so out of the 10, this is a 5 years in Snowflake, and the rest of the 5 years? It's okay. Okay. All are the data related technologies only, right? So then it is not going to be a big deal for you, actually. So simply, actually, you can tell like that one, the last 5 years you are working in the Azure. You can say like that one, actually, the last 5 years you're working as an Azure data engineer. So out of this 5 years, actually last 1.5 years, I'm working in this Fabric. Like that, you can expose your profile. See, if I'm covering that Azure data engineering, means actually in my content, Azure data engineer also, Azure and data engineer alone, I'm having 60 hours session. Okay, altogether, if I'm spending, means actually people will not show the interest, actually. So if you need, means already, so completed sessions actually available, that one you can take it like that one separately. So you can do it self-learning, and then if you have any doubt, that clarification you can ask. That is a different one. Okay. Because this is the one now, so even actually, so the last year, actually, I was given the training in that Azure data engineering only primarily were given, but the companies slowly they are moving into this our Fabric engineer. Then this time itself, we have to prepare ourselves. Then only actually we can get that first bus, actually. Concept, yeah. Whatever you are covering in this pipeline and data fabric as a notebook concept, the same thing you can try it in that our Azure data factory and the Synapse pipeline, Synapse notebook. The same thing you can try if you're having the subscription. Okay, fine. Yeah, any question for anyone? Okay, if you don't have any session means actually the question means so we can wind up the today's session, and tomorrow same time. So I'm going to start that one day 1 session. Okay, just the basic, the introduction about the fabric again, and some basic example, the same way whatever I have explained to you. Everything actually, we are going to start the proper way from the tomorrow session. So tomorrow I'm going to start that one, day 1 session. That's all for the day. Bye. Thank you all. Hey guys, லைன்ல இருக்கீங்களா? ஓகே ஃபைன்.
எஸ் மீ
இருக்கீங்களா? ஓகே ஃபைன். புரிஞ்சது ஏதாச்சும் இன்னைக்கு நடத்துனது?
ஆமா பாலி எல்லாம் புரிஞ்சிச்சு. அட் சேம் டைம் இது எஸ்கியூஎல் இப்போ பைத்தான்லாம் கண்டிப்பா இப்போ படிச்சுக்குமா பாலு?
ஆமா, அது கொஞ்சம் தேவைப்படாது எல்லாமே.
ஆமா அது கோடிங்லாம் எழுதுனீங்க, அது கொஞ்சம் கரெக்டாக இருக்கு.